Hey guys, welcome back to We Watched a Movie. It's really early. I don't understand.
I overslept and I'm angry and cranky. Let's do this.
Just chug you that Diet Cokey right there. You'll be all right.
Well, I got me some apple juice already. I don't care.
Oh.
Listen, I overslept.
Well,
I'm angry and cranky. I'm greasy. I got acne popping up all over my face. I'm in the perfect mind space to watch this Superman trailer. Perfect mind space.
Hey, look up. Just look up.
Yeah, right.
It's gonna be fun.
You're right.
Yeah. Oh, this is a monumental moment for us. Welcome everybody. Thank you guys for hanging out with us this morning. By the way, it's a monumental moment for us. This is in 12 years. This is the earliest stream we've ever done.
Oh yeah, right. I think it is.
We've done a couple like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clocks, but we've never done 9 a.m. No, never.
Yeah, I had that momentary panic attack. I woke up and I was like, oh my God, it's not 9:30. No, it's not. I have time. I still have time. Christmas is just around the way. I felt like Ebenezer Scrooge.
That's what we were talking about. I was like, life gets weird when you don't have to set an alarm for like 5 years. It's hard to understand how to work them.
I'm usually pretty good about like getting myself up at least decently if I know I have to get up early or whatever. But I was up all night watching porn, so it was just like, I mean, looking up reviews for Superman and what we could expect this morning.
I sent Jay some of my personal videos, so he was just perusing them. I like to. You get a friend's opinion on your work. I think it's healthy.
If this trailer sucks, my hair's gonna look like this.
Not much better, dude.
No, dude, look, that's straight up. That's straight up morning hair right there. That's like Jack Nicholson from The Shining.
It looks like me during COVID. Michael Parton's going to see Sonic 3 in 7 hours. I'm excited for you, dude. I know Michael Parton is a Sonic loving son of a bitch. That really boy loves Sonic.
It's gonna apparently it's gonna outperform, which is great. It's gonna outperform Disney's Mufasa, which great. I don't care. I hope Disney burns for a while.
I'm not going to see Mufasa, dude. Live action Disney movies are the dumbest thing ever. It's like, hey, you've seen the good version of it. Now come watch the crappy CGI version of it.
No, like, thanks. No. I'll go ahead and utilize my $2 a month Disney Plus that I got on Black Friday. I appreciate it. All right. Even though it's got ads and shit, I don't care. I'll watch that. I'll watch the original Lion King.
Yeah. So I don't care. I won't do it. But no, I know. Yeah, the trailer did drop, Glenn. We're gonna wait till 9:15 to watch it because we want to give people a chance to come in. We didn't know there could have been 5 people here. There could have been 22 people here. But 150 so far. Thank you guys for
all right.
Hour.
So that taste of apple juice is strongly reinforced. That's what it's like to be an alcoholic. Now I feel like John McClane. Mind your fucking business by Holly. All right.
I took the girls to school this morning and then got back home and Kate was like, I'm gonna go into work a few minutes late, and I was like, why?
Get out of here.
You know I have a big thing to do. This is a big day for me.
my video's coming on. You can't be here when I'm watching my videos.
I have something to do in the morning.
God, I hate it. It's like when your mom's like hanging out with you and you're trying to watch like a movie that you know that she wouldn't approve of. You're like, can you go away now, Mom? Appreciate it. God, you wouldn't like this movie anyway, idiot.
It's a weird feeling though. It's fun to like wake up and shower and be like, we got a stream. And
just do you see the Pumpkinhead poster?
Oh, nice. That's pretty.
I know. I got it. I thought it was going to be like the full size one. I was like, oh, it's you. It's like, but I was like, I'm not gonna send it back because the only other Pumpkinhead poster I saw that was like that. It was like a full size, like 24 by whatever. It was like one of those like they're not fan made, but it was like an artsy fartsy Pumpkinhead one. I always like that one the best, the original cover art.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Yeah, what'd you get it from, like Temu?
I got it from Amazon.
Oh, Amazon. Yeah, yeah. No, it's hard to tell when what size you're going to get or whatnot. But we've been
what the girl said too. That's what
situation.
She said. It's hard to tell what you're going to get the size. I mean, he looks like he's packing some arsenal, but it turns out he was packing a BB gun all along. I was like, yeah, he's a fake thug.
I do have a question for all you people watching this. For all you people at 9:04 a.m. in the morning on a Thursday, where are you at right now watching a couple of old douchebags talk about superheroes? where are you right now watching this? And by the way, That's not a dig. I think that you party and you party hard, and I appreciate you for it.
Someone's gonna say, if in a better position in life than both of you douchebags. That's true. That's true.
Well, low key at it, right? I said your mom's house. Glenn Harris is in his bed. Nice. Yeah, I look.
That's where I wish I do that. You know what? If I was any later, that's exactly. I would have just turned my phone on and connected. I've been laying in bed with my hair just the way it was. I showed you earlier. I'd be like, "Hey, what's up?"
You should have just streamed from your.
I really should have. I just
so...
laid there like, "What's up?" So anyway,
just shirtless. You can only see like the top of your shoulders. And like,
no,
yeah,
I wear the white undershirt, but it's just I look like fucking Tony Soprano laying there. It was like I need a gabagool. Wow, sandwich.
You do that like sniff like that. He does. Come on.
Anymore when you wake up this early, I do feel like Tony Soprano, dude. Like not giving a shit, walking around, like gonna go to get the paper outside, and look at all the assholes running around with their weird pink hair, and be like, "Gotten this shit, huh?"
Yeah, normally at this time, I've just dropped the girls off from school, and I'm sitting here staring at Twitter, going, "God, this world is a disgusting cesspool of ass, and I hate it." So this is a lot funner, actually, for me.
Yeah.
Childhood Corn just got off work. Some people just got off work. Dude, I used to do that third shift. That stuff is crazy. Like, I was thinking about that this morning. Like, that's a hard shift, man. I feel for you guys. Some people love it, yeah, and you don't have to deal with all the corporate pricks when you work third shifts for the most part. You know what I mean?
No, I think that one of the worst shifts I ever had was when I worked at the factory, and it was like 2 to 1. That was the worst one. Or no, it was 4 to 1. I will be. I'm not there yet. But no, 4 to 1. That was because Mike and I were trying to always trying to balance out our video schedules for that. It was that sucked, dude, because you can't sleep in. It's too late to sleep in at 4. I mean, you could technically, but 4 o'clock, there's really nothing going on before then. And then when you get off at 1 o'clock in the morning, it's too late to go out and party or anything because you have to get up. I don't know. It's second shift was awful at the factory. Second
shift is the worst if you're single and like you're try to go out and like meet women. Second shift's definitely the worst for that. But I mean, Glenn Harris is in his bed. That turns me on for some reason. Glenn, I don't know why.
Glenn and Greg both.
Brandon said, we are all at work.
You guys know what that word means? J-O-P. J-O-P. Means if you ask, don't have one, you will get well, I don't remember how the line goes from Friday, but it was J-O-P. Word of the day is J-O-P.
Let me tell you something, pal. We're at work too. This is our work. It's like I talk to my wife. I have to work today. I have to watch the Superman trailer with my friends.
Yeah. I've said that before to April, and I could see the glint in her eye that she wants to say something. Like, say it. Go on, say it.
Say when.
I was like, I have 2 guns, 1 for each of you. Yeah, eyeballs. That is. Yeah, I know what she's gonna say. It's like, it's your fucking job, getting drunk with your friend, hanging out. I was like, yeah, it sounds like a fucking awesome party, doesn't it? Too bad you don't have any friends. Too bad.
Steve-O's having a better day than everybody. He's in a fucking tent, man. He's in a tent.
No,
California.
I don't know. It depends on Steve-O why you're in a tent. Did you get kicked out? Like there's a lot of things going on here. Are you using Starlink to talk to us? How are you doing that?
I guess that you could be in a tent for a good reason.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions about that. There, it can be interpreted many ways. I'm in a tent right now, all because I'm hanging out and I'm awesome because I'm a bachelor and I feel like it, or I got kicked out.
Courtney says, Mike Wahlberg, Jay, Pamela, can you talk about drones? Man, it's early. It's early for impressions, Courtney, but I love you. So, I use drones sometimes. When you have enough money like I do and you wake up at 4 a.m. to get your workouts in, I have a drone deliver my protein shake to me every morning. He hovers above my golf course and I look up and I say, hey, drone, how's it going? Say hi to your mother for me. And then he drops me a giant protein shake right in my lap. And then I go in the street and I curb stomp a Puerto Rican and take his bush life.
Yeah, I look up and I see these drones and I think, please don't let them find my poor sweet boy Jason. He's in the shed whacking it out right now. It would be so embarrassing. What are drones? Who are you? I'm just a head. that really wasn't even that much of it. That really wasn't much of an impression. Like that's literally just my voice. If the camera was off, that's what I sound like when I wake up. Oh yeah, I don't want
yeah, dude. That brought me back to Beavis and Butthead. It's like they're out there whacking it in my two shit.
Yeah, they did a good job.
You got someone?
No, it's just I was looking at. They did a good job of cleaning my teeth. I was like, I'm glad I didn't have to brush this morning.
Tim McChickens. Oh, I like your new picture there. You got the terrified glass on. Can Slender Man sing Electric Blue by Ice House?
If you had him, then with behind him as me just breathe every time you sleep through me, and it's all over you. Electric blue. Oh, can see. I really would. I wish we could get away with like playing music on here, dude. Because I swear to God, we would just have the intro would be Electric Blue.
That would be the perfect intro music for sure. Billy, Jesus Christ, get a trimmer already. Wait a minute, you ain't the real Dr. Loomis. Donald Pleasance has been dead for 25 years, and you ain't the real Chalice. Tom Atkins, yeah, right.
Billy,
Tom
I'm not gonna
Atkins
lie.
alive.
Based on your profile pic, that's exactly what someone would say, looking like that. You're not the real Dr. Loomis. Donald Pleasance died years ago. You're just an asshole that's trying to pretend. It's awful. You sound like a Nazi. God, why don't you go listen to Tucker Carlson? And Mike, you're stupid idiot. Tom Atkins is the national treasure. You're not, idiot.
Dude, that reminds me of that actually reminds me of when we used to get comments when we used to do the Michael Myers videos all the time. We used to get comments constantly. They were like, "This is fake. It's not the real Michael Myers." Like, no shit, Sherlock.
I love the comments that say, "This is an awful impression of Dr. Loomis. It sounds like a fucking Nazi. It's awful. God, you sound German." I was like, "Your mom loves it. I don't know what you're talking about, but okay." But I was like, "Why are you watching it? You know it's an impression. It's not obviously. I'm not Donald Pleasance."
Up, Gunther. Up.
No, but there's also one where it's like I was like, God, this guy's annoying. Like, he just keeps talking. I was like, okay, well, here's the situation. The other guy's in a mask and he can't talk. So therefore, you're stuck with me. If you don't like it, you can leave this class. All right. It's still early in the semester. You can drop it.
Violator said, watching in the gym, nothing's better than pumping iron with some wham in your ear holes. Dude, that's amazing. Like you're accomplishing so much more than the rest of us right now.
Yeah. Come again, this time in my ears. What are you doing? That sounds great. You do not sound like a typical wham watcher if you're at the gym working out, getting your body in shape. Good for you.
That's fucking hot. I'm turned on by you right now, Violator. I'm turned on by you right now. Cody says, I haven't been able to catch a live in a while. Happy to be here for this.
Hey, all right, Cody.
I miss your face, Cody. And dude, it's like that is one nice thing about doing them during the day. It feels weird and it feels strange around the hole, but sometimes it feels good to do something strange on your hole. And sometimes people who normally can't catch a live stream because they're not degenerate gambling pieces of shit like we are up in the middle of the night. I don't know where I was going with that.
Shut up. They're gonna come by the apartment later. They're gonna do some radon testing. I can't wait for them to show up, and I'm like half drunk, and I'm like, "What are you doing? You don't put that drone shit in my house. I'm not gonna
come on in, fuck my wife.
I'm not gonna let no government agency spy on me and what I'm doing. Get out of here with your radon testing. I don't care."
It's just, did you guys bring Elon? Go get Elon. I want to talk to him.
Trust him. Him and Mark Zuckerberg. They're the masters of the third eye. They're all going to take over the world.
Byron Hanson, thanks, buddy. He says Dexter versus Patrick Bateman. Patrick Bateman.
No, listen. Patrick Bateman is he's smart and he knows what he's doing. But Dexter's like been doing it for. I think Dexter's been doing it for a lot longer than Bateman. Plus, he works in forensics. Plus, he knows how to set up a crime scene a lot carefully, and he knows how to hunt and stalk really well. I think Patrick Bateman.
It's not a serial killing competition.
Yes, it is. It's a one-on-one. Patrick Bateman wins all day. He moisturizes. But Dexter, I think if it had preparation time, he would kill him. Patrick Bateman would just be another vial of blood in Dexter's collection.
But if you had to delete one from existence of media, which one would you pick?
Dexter's gone.
Yeah. Bye.
I do like that. I do. I'm not. Are you guys looking for? I don't know if it's out yet, but Original Sin, the new Dexter show with Sarah Michelle Gellar.
That sounds like a softcore porn.
It does. I hope there is some in that. But I don't know. I think that. By the way, you know what I'm pissed off right now is dude, all day yesterday, I got a new Wi-Fi adapter. All day yesterday, I was pushing like some good MPBS, megabytes per second, MPBS. I know things. And now
he's a professional.
And I was like, dude, this morning I got up, I was late, everything was like shit. It's what it is. Check the internet speed. I'm barely pulling. Now it's back. It's getting normal. But I was like, can I get a fucking break today? That's why I yelled it out in my apartment. My dog was like, me? No, I was like, not you. But I was like, can I get a fucking break? And not a Kit Kat? Thanks.
Yeah, I was gonna say you were glitching out there a little bit. I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, dude, I don't understand it, dude. It's like, oh, you have something important today. The universe says, "Fuck you, let me fist your ass." I'm like, okay, I guess so.
Sometimes that's a good starter to the day. It can really get you going. Hey, we're over 300 people in here at 9:00 in the fucking morning, guys. Give yourselves a round of applause.
Like to see it.
We appreciate you guys so much. We are just well, no, it's time to watch the trailer. But first, we have to name our wieners after a 90s wrestler in perfect wham fashion. Austin's gonna go with the Stinger.
Wow.
I don't think you should go with Sting because that implies that there's gonna be itching afterwards. The Ultimate Warrior is pretty good, but I'm gonna go with the Ultimate Warrior. Yeah,
you're full of poop. Be honest with yourself. I'm gonna go with Doink the Clown. I was gonna say Animal from Legion of Doom, and I was like, "There's no way anybody would believe that." Legion of Doom.
Jim Hacksaw
Animal.
Duggins.
They called me Animal. No, no, they don't. Get out of here.
Was it DOA? You could call it DOA.
Doink the Clown is what it would be. Doink. The Repo Man. It'd be the Repo Man.
So the question is, what's the worst 90s wrestler to name your penis afterwards?
The Repo Man. It slides in when no one's looking. I mean, it's not a Diddy party. I mean, she is understanding, but it's like it's so quick and it's over. She didn't know just what happened. I was like, I impregnated you. That was that quick.
All right, we're gonna watch the Superman trailer on that note, and thank you for your super chats. We're gonna answer all of them, so don't you worry. I'm gonna get my nuggets. Don't you worry about how. Let's see, dude. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so
see
scared.
it. Give me that James Gunn. Don't let me down.
Sound like you're doing Captain Planet.
Hey, you guys, would you guys want to see a Captain Planet movie live action? I wouldn't.
Hell yeah.
No, dude, it would be awful.
We're on a third Sonic movie. We don't have a Captain Planet movie yet. This is bullshit.
Because nobody cares about the environment. They're like, yeah, fuck those oceans. Let that shit rise. I want to get some island property.
Okay, here it is. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, man, it's so early. There's like FedEx trucks still arriving. I mean, I'm like gonna be drunk and like yelling.
Yeah, Jay woke up this morning. He's like, the sun sucks.
They're gonna be like, there is no sun. There is no sun. This is hell, and we are the prisoners.
All right.
Ooh.
Fucking all right.
Here we go.
Here we go. I'm not ready to press play, dude. Hey, shut your mouth, Rick. I'll come over there and fuck it.
So it's an icy landscape. So this is gonna be a Coca-Cola placement ad.
All right. We're gonna watch it through one time. We're gonna shut the fuck up and watch it through, and then we'll go through and break it down bit by bit. Okay, guys, you ready?
Let's do it.
Sucking, fucking, and touching. I was Jade this morning.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
No way, dude.
Crypto.
No fucking way.
Home. Take me home.
Oh my! Wow! Oh God!
Superman. Superman.
the fuck is that?
Oh.
Oh, look at the old logo. They had the old logo back. That's cool.
I have many thoughts, dude.
Uh,
oh, there was some good and some bad, man.
Yeah, I liked what I saw, and then I didn't like what I saw. It's kind of like it's kind of like being drunk, and it's like I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time, but then you realize that you're drunk, and you don't know if you're really having a good time. He looks good. I will say I like the way he looks. I think that the costume looks amazing. I do like the costume. I think it looks great on screen. I think that I loved the music was dope. I thought the music was really good. You know what? Here's the thing, though. It felt disjointed, but that's a good thing because they didn't give away a lot. I don't know what the fuck was going on, kid.
Yeah,
but it seemed cool enough where it's like still question, like you still got questions.
Man, that like just knee-jerk reaction. There was so many parts that was so good, dude. The music, like everyone's like, it's got to be the bright, happy Superman, right? The fact that it shows he lands there and he's bleeding, and like that's like dark as hell. So they're not afraid to put the dark stuff in there. And the guy throw the can at the back of his head. By the way, how reminiscent of that is literally of Man of Steel.
Exactly.
But obviously, I'm not a Nick Holt guy, and I thought Lex Luthor looked silly as shit, but that's more of a me thing. But the only thing, dude, that really just sucked the life out of my sails, and I was having so much fun up to that point, was one shot, and I'll show it in a second, that looked exactly like that awful fucking fight scene in The Flash. And I'm pretty sure it's the same cinematographer. But there was one shot there, and we're going to go back through the trailer. But there was a couple shots there about midway through that was like super CGI ass, and that
you noticed that there was no dialogue. There was no dialogue.
Yeah,
I mean, I like
the vibe, but
I'm like, if you're gonna give it a score, I give it about an 8. I'll give it about an 8. I'd say 7.5 to an 8. I feel like that's strong. I feel like it's strong. It's not the most impressive trailer I've ever seen, but it was good to see Superman again. I'm not gonna lie, it looked good. Okay, I got a little tingle in my wood. It was good to see him. And the guy, I don't remember the guy that's playing the new Superman. I don't know his name. I don't know your name. I'm sorry, but
David Corn Sweat.
Okay, I'll never remember that. Oh, Corn Sweat? Was he a porn star before?
Corn Sweat. He was in Pearl. He was the cinematographer in Pearl. Not cinematographer. He was the
he looks like Superman. I mean, again, it just looks like a knockoff version of Henry Cavill. It sucks, dude, because Henry Cavill could have pulled this off. But anyway, he does look good. But he could
be just as good. I mean,
no, I'm not. I'm saying he does look good. I don't know anything about Lois, and they didn't have any dialogue, so really, I can't really judge much of that. But I did like, I liked it. Nathan Fillion, he looks a little weird as Green Lantern.
What was that bowl cut, dude?
Well, that's what Guy Gardner looks like. That's
that was terrible.
Like. Well, I know he's a tough guy. He's like, I don't care about my hairstyle. Fuck you. I got a ring of power. And then I saw Hawk Girl, and then there was I don't remember the other guy, the black dude's name, Mr. Fantastic. I think that's his name. I don't remember. He's like a really smart, inventive guy in the comic books, but I don't know. It was just really. It's hard to get a grasp on how I feel right now. I don't know how I feel right now.
And yeah, I'm gonna have to go back through it again for sure. Looking at the chat though, it looks like the typical DC situation. It's either the worst fucking thing that's ever happened to the history of film, or it's the greatest thing ever. And if you talk shit about it, they're gonna come over your house and stick their finger in your butt. So that's basically what I'm getting from a lot of the chat. And then some normal people in the middle that are like, "Yeah, I don't know either."
Well,
I'm kidding.
But I was not.
Feel how you want.
Nicholas Holt looks like poop. It looked like some kid at Comic-Con trying to be Hitman or something. I'm like, what are you doing? No one's buying it.
Yeah, dude,
that's another one. Timothy Olyphant would have been a great Lex Luthor.
Dude, Timothy Olyphant would have crushed Lex Luthor. That would have been amazing in between his butt cheeks. So okay, let's look at it again. And then, by the way, that was like the purest form of reaction ever. Like Jay and I have absolutely no trepidations going into this at all. We've mentioned many times on the channel, we both support James Gunn. We hope that this is awesome. We both love the Snyderverse, but there was absolutely like, I mean, it's over. Get the net, it's over. All right. There's no point in being like, I'm not going to support. That's stupid. But like, I think we should all hope the movie's great. We hope it's great. I think James Gunn's a great director. But you don't know what to expect when you go into something like this. So I think this is pure reaction. I love the vibe. The music was amazing, but there's a couple shots in there that look just like The Flash, which was a piece of hot shit.
Well,
so
Crypto, is that his name? I don't want to get that wrong, but it could. I think his dog's name is Crypto. I thought that was kind of cutesy or whatever that they have the dog in there. I don't really know. I don't really know how they're going to explain. I mean, some people that aren't really like hardcore fans of Superman, like, why the fuck is the dog flying around? What the shit is this? God, is it Power Rangers? Like, what is that? But it is a staple of Superman history. But either way, yeah, dude, I don't know. I mean, I was hoping it was going to knock my socks off, and it really didn't. It didn't do that. It wasn't a bad trailer. Don't get me wrong, and I am excited to see it 100%. But I also like was the rotund man that Superman was like grabbing onto, like he was like, how are you going to charge me that much money for my car? Like that happened earlier in the trailer. Was that his dad? Was Jonathan Kent alive?
That dude, I hope that the dude in Kansas where he's got his arm around him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I hope that's his dad, because that would be such like that's such a difference from like Kevin Costner or whatever. Like if we do like this like totally different thing, that would be pretty rad. I don't know. It could just be a Kansasan that he's taking.
It could
care
be.
of.
I don't know. And usually, I mean, we didn't see Martha. Martha is always alive. Martha.
Why did you say that name?
It's the name of his mother. What? What? It's my mom's name too. Now we're best friends. But usually Martha Kent's the one that's alive, and he's like always relying on her. Maybe she's in the movie, she just didn't see it. But now here's the thing: I will give it credit. At 2 minutes and 35 seconds, we saw a lot, but we didn't see anything. I mean, they showed a lot, but they didn't really show us a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, which I like.
Smart. It's smart.
Yeah.
Like I don't want them to give us. I hope that there's not a lot more trailers. I hope there's like one more trailer. But it kind of the vagueness of this trailer too, I kind of like, because I want to be surprised when I go in. Don't give away the best fights. Don't give away the best sequences. Just don't.
And let's go through. And again, like obviously, I see people saying it's a teaser trailer. It's a teaser trailer. Like, look, like this is one of the biggest movies of the year, bar none. So. Like it's not like we just got a backdoor bootleg copy of an unfinished SFX thing. Like I understand that there's color grading and stuff like that. Look, there was people complaining about the teaser they showed yesterday, saying it was too bright. I don't get that either. Like I'm like that just looks like a movie to me. I don't understand that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff about it yesterday.
Oh.
So I'm not doing that. But when I'm just being honest with you, when I see certain shots that look like the awful, awful CG that we saw in Andy Muschietti's Flash movie, you got to call it like you see it. You can't just be like, well, the movie's not out yet, they're going to change it, it's all going to look better. It didn't in the Flash. So and obviously this is 2 minutes of the movie. I'm pretty sure that this is pretty damn close to the quality that you're going to see in the movie. So I think it's very fair to judge the CG and whatnot on what we see.
I will say that scene where they're throwing like the Starbucks coffee because Karen didn't get her Frappuccino, holy shit, at his head. I don't think it's going to have to do with like how Zack Snyder did it, where it's like, is he the alien shouldn't have be patrolling the world. I think it was because he didn't show up in time, or he couldn't save everybody. I think that's more in the lines of what they're doing.
Yeah, let's take a look. Let's take a look back through it and pause it when we want to pause it. See what's going on here. All right. We're going to go back through all the chat. Oh, ow.
If it was me, if I was Superman, I was like, damn. I was like, that guy hits like a fucking truck.
I told you I didn't want to go skiing, Mom.
So whoever Superman got beat the fuck down, dude.
All right. So we saw this behind the scenes footage of Clark Kent, and I was like, that looks dumb as shit. Like I was down with most of the behind the scenes shots, but that wig is fucking terrible. It looks like the wig that we used for Corey when we did our Halloween Ends skits.
Comb your hair.
That's terrible looking Clark Kent right there, but we'll give it, Hey, dude, that is way darker than that already is way darker than I expected.
What do you think about his suit? I like his suit. I'm not gonna lie. I think his suit looks cool.
New 52, right? It looks like the New 52 suit. Like
Yeah.
the not exactly.
Well,
the
the
same
S
suit,
is more reminiscent of the not the original logo, but it's close to more along the lines of the like Kingdom Come. I think with the fatter S. I like it. I think it looks good.
yeah, I do too. And I actually, this sounds dumb, but I love the fact that he's like wheezing and bleeding, like he's had the shit kicked out.
Yeah,
of
that's
him.
what I'm saying. Like, I was like, Jesus Christ, who fucking beat your ass? Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, like it's not. They're not going to go too family friendly with it, where it's like pink underwear, Lois. You know what I mean? Like,
I would
It's not-
imagine that it's Kryptonite that's done this to him. Like, there's no there's no other way that like you can't make Superman bleed. I think magic can do it, but Lex
I
Luthor.
can't believe you've done this.
That's what he's gonna tell Lex.
He's got dandruff there. He needs to get Head and Shoulders.
Dude, I've been using Head and Shoulders. It's working. I love the music though, dude.
It sounds like I know, but it also sounds like Top Gun.
It does. It does. I was like, "Where's Tom Cruise of the F-115?"
How funny would it be if Tom Cruise's ass walked out from behind the mountain top?
Yeah. Even the lettering when it says "From James Gunn," that's like reminiscent of the old school ways.
Obviously, there's Lois there too, but she beat out one of my favorite actresses, Dingo Dango,
Megan Fox,
Samara Weaving, for the
and
role.
Samara Weaving would have killed it.
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't know who this chick is, but
I can't off the top of my head remember her name. I apologize, but she seems like she's gonna be great.
Yeah,
From what I've seen. And the hair looks a little better there. We got cows. So that's the guy we were talking about. Like, is that his dad?
I don't know, but you know what I will. I mean, I don't know. You don't really randomly grab a random man like that unless you're drunk at the bar and be like, dude, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, brother. I really like you a lot. And let you know, but I think is that the guy? I can only see this angle from him. The guy with the weird eyes that shake. He was in what was it? Memento? No, the one with John Cusack where the serial killer is in the hotel and they don't know which.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I don't know.
His eyes shake a lot.
Apparently, David Pruitt Vance's Pa Kent, says Darth. But no, it looks kind of like Kyle Gass. But yeah, I mean, they do look like Nicolas Cage and the singer for who was it? Michael. Nicolas Cage and the dude outside the casino. When he's hugging, he's like, "I fucking love you. Stop it."
Well, I was gonna say Jeff Bridges. It wasn't him. I don't remember.
Brett the Hitman Hart.
Yeah, dude.
Anyway,
that's if that was Kyle Gass. This is Jack Black grabbing him after the show. I'm like, you don't say that shit. You just ruined both our careers, you idiot.
Darth said it is the dude from Identity. That is the same guy.
That's it. Call. Okay, yeah, I thought so. He's a great actor, by the way. 1 second. You can keep going, but just give me 1 second.
All right. I'll wait. Hey, there's 700 people in here right now, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us this morning. Hope we're not disappointing you early in the morning like we do our women often and at night. But, but thanks for hanging out with us this morning. This is going to be fun. I'm pumped. We didn't know if there's going to be 7 people here or 20, our usual. Just kidding. But no, thank you guys for hanging out this morning. We got 700 people in here, motherfucker.
What? Why did you tell me that? Why did you say that? I wasn't ready.
20 of them just left when I said that. So, all right, here we go. God, dude, it's like I want Top Gun to fuck the Superman song.
That's me whistling for an Uber at the bar. It begins.
Crypto.
Oh, hi, dude. Okay, let's go.
All right. First off, that dog's tongue looks CGI as fuck. I'm not trying to be over the top, but it did. But dude, like, how do you feel about the dog thing? I think it's cool shit. Like, I got pretty hard when that happened.
I've always liked Crypto. I thought he was a cool character in the comic book, so I'm glad that they brought him to the big screen. And yeah, I like it. It gives a little bit more depth and character to Superman, which is usually, I always thought Superman, other than, and I know people are going to hate this, but Man of Steel, I thought there was really no depth to Superman. Like, he just seemed like a kind of a flat paged type of character. He can do anything and everything. So I feel
Don't
like
say
I like
that.
that. I like to they have layers to him and there's depth to him. So yeah, here's the thing. And every time I see a dog in a film and I know it's going to be important, it's like, you better not fucking kill it. If you kill it, you're going to piss me off. All right. For real. For real. For
Yeah,
real.
you know they're not going to kill it. Crypto. But
I don't know
like,
what they're going to do. Lex
and
Luthor,
honestly-
Nicholas Holt's mad, dude. He has a lot to prove. He has a lot to prove.
they literally just rip off the John Wick storyline. Nicholas Holt comes out and steps on the dog, and then Superman.
be it.
God, that's an Elseworlds thing right there. All right, here we go. I like that I framed it right on the dog's asshole. That's wonderful.
It's clean though.
They
Clean
went
ass.
home.
Badass
That's
shot
awesome,
right
dude.
there.
That is cool as shit.
This
That's
is-
like
it was
that's like a comic book cover.
Yeah, dude. It was at this point in the trailer where I was like, this is gonna be fucking mind blowing. Before the next few shots were not.
Mike just
so
didn't like the big
mind-blowing.
dinosaur from Rita Repulsa. Make my monster grow. They were fighting.
That's such an amazing shot, dude. And
That was
obviously, to
amazing.
be honest with you, it reminds me of Ben Affleck in Batman vs Superman running into the smoke when everybody else was running away from it to save the little girl.
Yep. So cool. And
What
then
in
it gets
the
ruined
days,
with
Juan?
Nicholas fucking Holt.
Can we not just get a physically imposing, cool Lex Luthor? Like, I know he's not a good guy, but you would think after Galifianakis, not Galifianakis, fucking the Social Network guy, that we would
Jesse
get like
Eisenberg.
like a non-dorky kind of Lex
It's
Luthor.
not even-
Like, I
it's
hate
not
this
even about the-
casting.
It's not even the physicality, dude. Like I don't know what Nicholas Holt is soft. He looks soft. He just doesn't give me Lex Luthor vibes at all. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's his boyish charm, but it's not a role that I think that Nicholas Holt can fill. Now again, he could be incredible. I don't know. We haven't heard any dialogue. This is the first teaser, so we don't know. But I was the same way about Jesse Eisenberg, dude. Like every time I've watched BVS, and Eisenberg's in it. I can't. I was like, God, he brings it down so fucking much, dude. I don't know why. I just don't like it. You could have put this. You could have put Bryan Cranston. You could have put Timothy Oliphant. There was a multitude of different actors that could have fit this role perfectly and would have been more imposing, like Mike said, and have this type of edge to him. And it's just not. This guy again. He's like, what's this? A gun? A gun? I don't like it.
Sorry, I forgot my fuck you flip flops.
I don't like to get my hands dirty.
Look, I'm not one to even get into this kind of shit, but given what we got with the Flash, again, the trailer with the terrible CG that was in it, like, look at the gun in his hand. Look at the holster in his hand, dude. This looks like you asked AI to take a picture of Nicholas Holt pretending to be the hitman.
Yeah, he does look fake. I know it does look fake.
Why does the gun have to be CG? Like, this looks terrible. Like, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I wasn't here to pick apart this trailer. There's no whatever. Like, this just looks terrible. Like, that's bad looking.
Yeah, Nicholas Holt looks like he just got off his fucking shift at Arby's and he has a gun that he picked up earlier in the week. And he's like, if they only knew how badass I was.
Yeah, it looks like GoldenEye, dude.
I used to fuck.
You know what GoldenEye?
Yeah, it does. It does.
Faces?
You know what? It does. It's the same aesthetic. And GoldenEye came out like what 1995. It's got. I don't know what. It just looks outdated. Like he looks outdated. It looks bad. He looks like a generic Bond villain that would die in the first 25 minutes. I don't know.
Yeah, and like he clearly is not in front of the set. Like it looks like a cardboard cutout. Like that looks awful. I'm just gonna be honest with you. It looks like the ring looks CG.
I know, but we're gonna get a lot of shit on us because they're gonna like you guys are like dog shitting on Nicholas Holt and you don't have any idea how whether or not he's gonna be good or not.
The holster's just twice the size of the gun.
That's just his head looks like a peanut. That's why.
I don't get that. All right, here we go.
Superman.
So right there, we
Weenies.
don't. I don't know.
Oh, is this January 6th? What's going on? No, I'm just
Oh,
kidding. No,
yeah. We have so many people watching.
I do like honestly, like this kind of reminds you of BVS, right? When they're all the stuff with people hating him and whatnot. The guy threw a can of beanie weenies at him. He's going into the hall. Like James Gunn recently said that one of his inspirations was the Snyderverse and what he did with them. You know?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
That's like Mike walking away from the computer after someone was like, "I didn't like your Smile 2 review."
Well,
I stand by my principles.
honey, I'm closing Twitter for the day. people throwing cans at the back of my head.
Yeah, but it is very reminiscent of James Gunn. But
All right.
there's
Let me
there's
scoot
Nathan
back here.
Fillion. Nathan Fillion.
I love Nathan Fillion. What the fuck is that hair?
That's you know what? It's accurate to Guy Gardner. The ugly bowl cut, everything.
Well, sometimes you shouldn't be accurate.
They made him extra ugly, which is what I look like this morning when I overslept. Exactly the same way. But it is accurate to the way.
Dude, he looks like baby Stewie from like.
I'm not a fan of his
look
costume.
what I can do.
Not a fan of his costume. I know that the costume is probably accurate, but I just wanted the old school jacket, the Green Lantern jacket with the black undershirt. I just wanted that. But either way, it's cool. And I will say, I will give him credit for one thing, dude. You got Green Lantern here. It's Guy Gardner, so we already know that what's his name? Hal Jordan is out there somewhere because he didn't come until way later. And then there's Hot Girl. I like that everything's already established and they're just being like, they're not apologizing for it. They're not going to slow it down to explain every fucking single thing. We're already in the middle of everything going on. So they're coming in to support Superman. It's like, yeah, dude, you had a bad day. You had a bad day. You're taking one down. And then Nathan's like, fuck these assholes out there protesting. Protesting me? Spitting? Who there to protest me, huh? Let's say, been me. Rambo.
Had a bad day again. Got a haircut using a bowl over my head.
Yeah, that's what it looks like when you decide to cut your own hair and you're like, it's gonna look great.
Yeah, he looks like Anton Chigurh. It's like you better do it. Look, I get that it's comic accurate. All right, I get that it's comic accurate, but this movie's it's going to be on big screens for everyone to see, and there's not a single person in the world that's going to look at that and not be taken out of the film when you see how silly this shit looks. Now, maybe it works for the film, and I could be totally wrong, but I just think that looks dumb as fuck. He looks like Anton Chigurh if he cut his own hair. Wow. Yeah.
He looks like Anton Chigurh if he was like listening to Eminem and Stan. It looks like Stan.
Yeah, wow.
By the way, I know that somebody had mentioned before that the white costume, I guess it's for I don't know if this is true. And I never followed that closely on the comics, but it's like Justice League International. So like there's already the Justice League, which we already know what that is. But then there's like they expanded it in the comic books, and now there's like Justice League International. So I think that's who they are. So we're like deep in the lore already in this when this movie comes out.
Yeah, and you're right. The costumes they do look they look bad. Like those costumes look bad. And again, there could be it could fit the tone they're going for. Like these guys could be total jackasses that you hate and they look silly as fuck. That could be the idea. I mean, look back at the original Superman 2 with Zod and their little outfits that they had.
Zod?
I know we love Zod.
I love Terrence Stamp.
And we will.
Yeah.
But Stacey, calm down, honey. It's gonna be all right.
It's like who
have differences of opinion, but it's okay.
Who is this?
We love you.
Break it before me. What happened? Stacey, don't get mad.
Stacey's in there just going nuts. How dare you? You don't say.
I don't hate it, dude. I don't hate this fucking movie, this trailer. I'm just saying it's a little discombobulating.
And there's things we love about it too, but here's what I'm talking about. Does that not look straight? This hot girl here could have been right out of the fight scene in the sands of Dune 1 that was going on in that terrible looking fight scene in The Flash. Like this CG is exactly out of The Flash. We saw that. Everyone hated it. This is the biggest movie. Like this is huge movie. Why would you get the same guy who did that and have him do this again? That I don't understand. I do not fucking understand why you would let the cinematographer from that movie come and do whatever this is. This looks awful. It just does. Okay, what the fuck was that? How do we
make my monster grow? I don't know what that is. I have no idea what the fuck that is. It's not. But here's the thing. I'm not gonna say it's as bad as the Flash CGI. It's bad, but it's not awful. I don't know. I don't know what that creature is. I don't know what that creature is. I have no. What is that? Fucking Cloverfield? What is this? I don't know what that is. But it's obviously a monster that's gonna like put Superman to the test. I don't know. But you know what I feel like this is?
Axolotl on steroids.
Yeah. That's my hot breath in the morning when I don't brush. But no, it's here's the thing. It could also be at the beginning of the movie, and the Justice League is called in to deal with it alongside Superman.
Yeah.
It might not even be one of the main creatures because again, we're already establishing the universe when we start the film. So I don't know. It is
Now,
what
by the
it
way,
is.
that's I love that they're doing that, man. I love that Gunn said we're just jumping in the middle of the action. We're not doing all the prerequisite origin stuff. Like that's desperately needed.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Now that honestly doesn't look that bad to me.
It looks pretty good.
What the fuck is that orb? Please tell me we're not going to do the sky opening up shots, the sky beams. We've done that enough.
No.
Just
That's just like a new opening for Starbucks. That's all that is.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They're going all out with it.
Spotlight in the future. That's him and Lois. By the way, I do want to say for David Cordensweat, like I have not watched it like that. He look just like Henry Cavill? Yeah, he does. But I think that's a good thing. You know what I mean? Like I think this feels it might as well be Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill literally stepped out of the pages of Superman. Other than Christopher Reeve, like Henry Cavill had it. Like he had the personality, the look, the physique, everything about him. So why wouldn't they copy? I mean, and plus, I guess it is smart. Like he's the latest. Henry Cavill was the latest iteration of Superman, so they were like, well, people are used to that kind of look, so we'll go with that again. So yeah, I think that's why they probably cast as close to as they could to Henry Cavill.
And I think it was smart. I think it looks good. I think he's gonna kill it. You know, if Superman gets Lois pregnant, the baby will just rip right through her fallopian tubes.
I know. If this kid gets a suntan, he'll kick right through her stomach.
What is that? What is that robot?
I have no idea. Like here's the thing. Look at the background. I think they're in the Fortress of Solitude, and it's one of his like protective robots. Because that looks like they're in the Fortress of Solitude. He's like, damn, I just built this Chat GPT. This is Elon Musk crying over a Tesla truck not doing well. I think that's what it is. I don't know if it's because Superman's got like these protectors or whatever that roam around the Fortress of Solitude. So it could be that. I don't know.
So you guys are saying probably a Brainiac droid. Todd says that that's Kellex, an android from Krypton.
Okay.
Sugar says his name's Kellex.
Kellex.
I like Tifon sets the best. He said that's his sex robot and he broke it. that's
always the worst.
You would be sad. And like
worst.
Superman probably goes through sex robots like nobody's business. You know what I mean? So that's fair.
His costume looks great though.
I think so too. Obviously, this is a Fortress of Solitude here.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Is that Groot's dad? Who is that?
It was the Ice Walker from Game of Thrones. Who is that?
It's not Martian Manhunter. I know it's
That's
not.
me when she keeps sucking. No.
Was this fucking Prometheus? What is this?
Deadpool says Brainiac. Mind the Gap says Metamorpho. Red says it's Zordon.
Dude, yeah, it does look like Zordon. Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I'm sorry. I'm not like up on the DC lore for Superman. So yeah, you guys would know better than us.
Bizarro, Drax, but sexier. Me and Moto.
I don't want to believe it's Brainiac, dude. Brainiac, like in Injustice 2, he looked fucking awesome. I do not want to believe this crusty ass old oak tree is fucking Brainiac.
Yeah, I don't want to believe that either.
This weeping willow is fucking Brainiac.
Yeah, it just looks like you're extremely dehydrated, to be honest with you.
Yeah. God, that's what he looked like when Jennifer Lawrence was like, I've been cheating on you. Huh? Me?
Yeah, this just looks like Elon Musk reading mean tweets about himself. Like, I don't like this Lex Luthor. I'm going to be honest with you about that. But I knew I wasn't going to. I'm not a Nicholas Hoult guy. This is not the Lex Luthor I wanted. I mentioned this the other day. There's a DC animated film where you see Lex Luthor, and he's not like Arnold Schwarzenegger size or anything, but he's trying to be like this perfect physical and mental specimen. And he's like walking on a treadmill while lifting dumbbells. Like, he's at least somewhat imposing. Well, this just seems like a whiny trust fund brat, which is exactly what Eisenberg was. So yeah. I don't like
I and again, I know we're judging hard by the book of its on the cover, but I mean, I didn't like Eisenberg's portrayal, and it kind of seems like they're going in the same vein of that. I just don't know. Like, when you have actors already that could pull this off, like Cranston or Oliphant or whoever you want, but Nicholas Hoult is not it. That ain't it, dog. That ain't it.
Yeah. And for those of you saying stop judging when you don't know everything, listen, Jay and I both are very hopeful that this movie's awesome. We want this movie to be awesome. We're hoping it's awesome. We are judging the trailer because that's what we're here to do today. All right. So
yeah, but
I'm not saying that this is gonna.
I don't think that we're judging it harshly. I think that we're judging it fairly. Like I'm not, dude. I am so far removed from a fucking Disney fan or a Marvel fan like anymore. Like 100%. I want DC to succeed 1000%. And this movie is very important for Warner Brothers to do. It has to do well. I'm just saying there's parts of it, there's elements, there's casting of it that I'm like, it's a bad idea. So calm your tits down, stop lactating. Okay, take the tampon out of your ass and let's have a good time. All right, calm down.
Yeah. Diane said, please press play. Him looking at me is eating my soul.
That's how I looked when April just gave me that shirt for Christmas.
Dude, I really do. I love the shot. I love the dog. I'm glad we're doing that. I love the baseball field too, by the way. It does remind me of Days of Future Past, I think it was.
Yeah.
When they did that. But I'm
glad you knew it was a baseball field. I didn't know what it was. I was like, oh.
Were they playing water polo in there?
Are they playing soccer? It's a European sport, lady.
This actually reminds me a little bit of Man of Steel when they first had the fight.
That is? Who do you think he's fighting? Because whoever that guy is fucking him up a little bit.
That is absolutely Snake Eyes from G.I. Joe.
Yeah, that's who it is. You can't stop us. You can't stop the Snake Eyes.
The spoiler alert, by the way, what's actually going on here is Superman got drunk and started streaking during a baseball game, and that's actually just a security guard at the baseball game.
I just want to touch the player's hand.
People are saying Ultraman, Mr. Terrific, Ultraman. Yeah, it's Ultraman.
Ultraman. I was gonna say, surely they didn't bring Zod in again.
No, yeah, we've done that dance. What the fuck?
So it's Mr. Terrific. I think that's his name. I think his name is Mr. Terrific. And his whole thing is he's like ultra smart, like super smart. So he's got all these like technological abilities and stuff that he's been able to craft. I think that's his superpower. Cool. That's why his mask is in the form of a T. So you'll never forget it.
Okay, this is what I'm talking about, guys. This is what I'm talking about. That's literally the same fucking scene from The Flash. Look at it, dude. The sand, the way it looks, the stuff in the sky, the weird warpedness to it. This looks like the same thing we saw in The Flash with the terrible fucking CG. Is it not?
I mean, I don't know. It looks all right.
Your mouth.
It doesn't look bad to me. It does look bad to me. Maybe because I want the movie to be so good. You shut your fucking goddamn hole up.
That looks awful, man. Hang on, I gotta change my battery. I believe that shot. You look upon your work, James.
All right, I will. I'm not James though. This is like me walking into like when I worked at the factory. This is me walking in and being like, you know what? I don't want to be here, but I'm going to let all the negativity just bounce off me. I kind of like it though, man. I think it's kind of cool.
Shut your fucking mouth.
See, look, every time you can't have a dissenting opinion. What the fuck is this? Blue sky? You come in here talking your shit, I'll kick you out and ban you.
Say blue sky.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, they're even doing the awful camera wraparound thing. Like that looks like
I get what you're saying. Oh, how sweet.
Oh. That's what I wish you'd do to me, but you can't fly.
Oh my god!
What the fuck?
By the way, I like that the underwear, the red underwear on the outside are like more like trunks, and they're not like undies.
Yeah. Well, and I love the fact that Corn Sweat was the reason they did the trunks, because he was like, I want him to have the trunks because I want him to look kids not to be scared of him. So they look at him as like a professional wrestler, which I think is a really cool reason for him to have the trunks on for sure.
Yeah. So this is probably the end of the movie.
Huh?
That was probably the end of the movie when they were.
Yeah, we just spoiled the whole thing.
I know, right now.
I like the sound. You know, she didn't kiss him. That was he went in for the kiss, and she went for the hug. He's caught in the friend zone.
I love the old logo. I'm glad they brought the old logo back.
I do too. With the Bolt logo. Yeah.
Yeah. So you know, there's the breakdown of it. obviously we were not popular among some of the constituents watching. We're not
It's
taking
mixed.
a.
It's mixed.
I just want. I want to listen. We're not taking a dump on it. We're just. I want the movie to be very like. I want it to be successful. I want it to do really well because I fucking hate Marvel, Disney. I hate what they become. I want this movie to do awesome. But you got
Dude, Ed Boy said that Superman Phantom zoned himself.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was just good.
I just want to, but I mean, but yeah, I'm going to be a little critical of certain things about it, but it wasn't a bad trailer at all. It wasn't a bad trailer at all. And I think that they got across, was there a hopeful message? Not to the point where I expected. I thought it was going to be completely different. It's not Snyder, but there was a lot of elements of Snyderism going on.
Surprisingly. Yeah.
Yeah. So
no, and so yeah, overall, dude, I'll give the trailer a 6.5 out of 10. I mean, I think that like the way I look at it after watching it is I was really hoping for was a shockingly amazing introduction into this new era of Superman. That poster got me super hyped. I'm super hyped for James Gunn. What we don't know is what the tone's going to be. The trailer told us really nothing about what the tone's going to be because that Superman music is going to make you feel hopeful and happy and gleeful no matter what, but there's almost no dialogue, which I'm cool with. I'd like to be surprised when we go
there's
see
zero
the movie.
dialogue.
There's definitely going to be some comedy and like some don't get stuff because just Guy Gardner's hair will tell you that alone.
Yeah.
And again, like I love the first part of the trailer. I love the way Superman looks. There's a lot to love here. The only thing I'm really, really disappointed in that I feel like is only going to get worse as we go forward is the look of the CG. I think it's the exact same vibe of the Flash, which is like, to me, that is like the worst thing you could have done. But that being said, everything else I loved about it.
Yeah,
So
I gave it like a 7.5. I did enjoy what I saw. I think there's some questionable special effects, but overall, and obviously I'm not a fan of Nicholas Hoult. I know we haven't heard any dialogue. We don't know. He might be great, maybe, but I just don't like the look of him as Lex Luthor. That's my opinion. Yeah. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, I thought Superman looked great. I thought the CGI there was parts of it that was passable, and other parts I was like, yeah, but maybe one more trailer, just one more, dog, and I'll have a final answer.
Yeah, let me ask you a question before we get into the super chats here, because I know you guys have some harrowing stuff to say for sure.
I know what's going to be.
This is just mean. This is just
what's
mean,
the fucking point of
you
watching the trailer if you're just going to shit on it?
I'm gonna put us under a shit microscope right now. Tell me right now, gun to your head, which movie do you think is going to end up better, this or Man of Steel? I can see your soul leave your fucking body, dude. I can see your fucking soul leave. It's not right.
Based on early impressions, super early, Man is still better.
Yeah,
but
100% for me so far.
But we don't know yet. And you know what? There's a lot of people that fucking hated Man of Steel. They hated everything about it. They hated the aesthetic. They hated the washed out look.
Yeah,
they hated everything about it. But just based on that, and this is the first trailer or teaser or whatever. Man of Steel, but this could shock us. I mean, we could, there could be another trailer that comes out that could be monumental. It could be awesome. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, it's Man of Steel.
Yeah, just so you guys know, we're not coming at this from any angle whatsoever. We just want it to be a great movie. So
and there's so many of you guys that showed up. Hey, we just lost a fuck ton of potential subscribers. We could have been DC fanboys slobbering on the fucking dick of DC and Warner Brothers and gained more. But I will say this to all you DC fanboys that did show up, that are talking poopy on us right now because you're like, these guys don't understand shit. They don't know a goddamn comic book movie. If they went to a comic shop, they would think they were going into a Hustler. I would say we hate Marvel Disney. We don't hate it, but Marvel Disney and what it's become is dog shit. And we have always rooted for DC. I've always rooted for DC over Marvel. So
And
I want this movie to be or do good, and that's maybe why I'm a little bit more critical than I would be if it was like a fucking Marvel. It was like Ant-Man 6, Quanta Shidia. I would be like, yeah, I already know what I'm expecting. You know what I mean? It's gonna be the same cookie cutter formula. I love James Gunn. James Gunn was able to take third or fourth tier characters and make them awesome, and he was able to revitalize Suicide Squad.
And what he did with Brightburn was great too.
And Brightburn, I think that he understands the character of Superman. Okay, I think he does, and I think that we're going to get something really special from him. But again, it was just a teaser. We don't know everything yet. There was no dialogue, but Nicholas Hoult looks like he used Diddy connections to suck dick to get there. I don't know. I just don't like that guy. I'm sorry.
I'm not a fan either. It doesn't work for me at all. It doesn't work for me at all. And every time there's like a casting for like a Batman or a Superman, like Nicholas Hoult, I'm like, why? And like he was up for Superman, and they gave him like. So I don't like that at all.
People are like, he's a nice guy. It's like, and so okay, so am I. But that doesn't mean I'm going to get to be like fucking Lex Luthor in a movie.
I can't get over. It's my brain is boggled. I had all the hopes for this. So I'll be honest, my hype for the trailer in the movie was at an all-time high after that poster. And it's literally less than it was now after watching the trailer, because I can't get over the decision to make the fucking graphics in the film look like they did in The Flash. That bothers the fuck out of me. I love everything else except for Nicholas Hoult. But God, dude, that's just, man, that boggles my tits. I don't understand it.
It is what it is.
Can't get over it. Jason Perez says Brad Dourif should have won an Oscar for An Exorcist. He was scarier than Hopkins in Silence of the Lambs, and it was the same year. Love y'all, Chucky rules. Dude, The Exorcist, his performance in that was fucking amazing.
It was amazing. Yeah,
Exorcist
Brad Dourif. It's a lot. Yeah, a lot of people forget that he was in that movie. Brad Dourif was awesome. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And Chucky doesn't rule at all. You're wrong. But Brad Dourif
could have been a good Lex Luthor.
Brad Dourif. I don't know.
It's not
Brad
perfect, but
Brad Dourif kind of feels like a henchman of Lex Luthor. He doesn't really feel like Lex Luthor, but yeah, I agree. Brad Dourif was awesome in Exorcist 3.
Yeah. Brandon Avery, thanks, buddy. Says, I'm working on code while listening to men talk about pee poo poo. Best way to spend a morning. Thanks, Mike J. He's tweaking. Let him fucking tweak. I got that confused with Social Network. He's like, oh, he's in a coding zone. Leave him alone.
He calls Jike and May. You're drunk, Brandon. You shouldn't be at work.
Yes. Stop coding your porn websites. By the way, can we borrow you to help us with our website issues? Nighttime says Superman 2025 is just gorgeous.
It looks good. It looks good. Other than some of the other bad CGI, I think he looks great.
He looks great.
I don't know. Again, dude, I'm like 75% on board with like it looks amazing, and then there's the other part of like I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Child of Corn says new film was nothing close to Man of Steel. In my opinion.
Child comes in here speaking truth. Speaking truth from the pulpit.
I agree. So far, I agree. Christopher Sampson, fly me to the moon like that bitch Alex Crampson says. Bros, good morning. Morning drinking. Reformat Thursday. Dr. Loomis and Steven Seagal team up to take on Michael Myers. That would be the greatest film of all time.
It would be awesome. It would be. I would watch that movie over and over again. That would be great.
That would be the coolest 90s movie of all time.
Good morning drinking, dude. Yeah, this is like reminding me of the olden times when we had to like film in the morning, and Mike and I would get fucking hammered before 1 o'clock.
Yeah, I worked third shift, so it was like an excuse. It's like I just got off work. This is my 7 p.m. I was like, "What's your excuse?" Jossie Russell says CGI looked ass. Joshy, I can't help but agree with you.
Hey, you know what? You're not wrong. I don't think that there was a lot of. I mean, there was. Again, 75% looked good. The other part wasn't so great.
Yeah, not great. Todd J says he looks like Yamcha when he hit the snow.
I don't know what that is. What's Yamcha?
I don't either, but it just sounds funny as fuck. It looks like Yamcha.
Yamcha.
Yama. Dude, so quick story time. One time Jay and his brother were in the back of their dad was an embalmer. They were in the back of a well, you tell the story because it's funny as fuck.
Oh, he put us in the back of the hearse.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So my dad, he was a dual licensed embalmer, and he lived in. It doesn't matter where he lived, but I came up to visit him one time, and he was like, "Hey, you boys want to get inside of a hearse?" goes, the only other time you're going to be in here is when you're dead. Do you want to get in the back of it and see what it's like? I'm like, sure. I was like, whatever. I was like, he took us to his work. He took us to his funeral home, and we got in there, and there was like one of those like gurneys that were in the back, and I was like, man, there's been dead bodies in this shit. And then my dad put us in the back, and I was like, yummy, 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 yummy. Yummy, 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 yummy. That's from Police Academy, if you guys don't know. But that was an interesting experience for sure.
Yeah, I definitely oversold that. You didn't have the spunk that I thought you were gonna have when you told that story. I just want you to know that you just put me like the
you know what? I don't
CGI
care. Yeah,
I
came across like Nicholas Holt as Lex Luthor. You know what it is?
That time said YouTube recap says you're my most watched channel with 1,267 minutes this year, and no Loomis. I am not a virgin.
You're lying. I could tell. That's why you wear a mask. You're ashamed of yourself. Hey, that's awesome, dude. Thank you for watching us be dildos for.
So you're the one.
Yeah.
You're the one who's been watching. Lion Main Man says the visuals look like mud. Yeah, I mean it's just
maybe it's washed out. Maybe that's why. I don't know.
I really did like all the visuals except for that fight scene that was literally a replica of what they did in the Flash. I can't get over that. Why the fuck would you do that? Holy
So you
shit
said that
balls.
the guy that did the Flash is working on he's the main guy in charge of the special effects?
No, the cinematographer. Same cinematographer, and you could tell. You can tell. God damn it. Joshy Russell says 730 viewers, only 230 likes. Let's get them up. Yeah, fucking kick the like button. I'll come over there. I'll kiss your mom.
Yeah, that really does help us a lot. But then again, people are like, I gotta like the video. Like, you know what I mean? Like two assholes in the morning, like ragging on some Superman. I'm not like interested in hitting the like button. I don't have time for that. You assholes. That's okay. Don't worry. I'll just create some accounts and hit the like button myself. I'll do it myself. I'm kidding. Please like the video if you don't mind before you leave, or dislike it if you feel like it. It's fine.
Don't give them ideas, Jay.
No, any engagement is fine. It's fine. At least I know someone's out there watching and hating on me. That's okay.
Let's see here. What do we have? I hope it's not a dick in a grocery bag. I didn't buy that. What the fuck? I'm going way too far with this. I apologize. I can't find the fucking stupid button on here. Won't work. Okay.
By the way, some of you newer viewers, I have hit puberty. This pimple, okay, it came out of nowhere a couple of days ago.
Yeah, isn't that weird? Like when you're in your 40 and you get a fucking pimple on your face, you're like, what the fuck?
I know. I was like, God, I thought my wiener would have grown at least another inch. Nope.
Michael Potan, thanks, buddy. Says, I'm so hyped. I want to see it 5 times in 5 different ways. Upside down, hang it from the ceiling, IMAX 4DX jetpack, any way possible. I want to see it. Well, you'll have that.
Michael's going to run to the theater like Sonic. He's going to be there day one before, like he's going to camp outside the theater. Yeah, dude. Like, listen, despite what the criticisms that we've given it, I am kind of excited to see it. Of course, it's a Superman movie. I want to see it's going to be. I want to go see a Superman movie. It's going to be what it is, but we have to. You can't like. I'm not going to just accept it on the head. And be like, yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. Because I feel like that'd be disingenuous. You know what I mean? Like, because it doesn't look amazing in my opinion. But I'm definitely looking forward to watching it.
I think excitement is amazing, and I think excitement is awesome. I think that being like everything about it's awesome. If you say anything bad about it, you're fucking wrong is not the correct response. And I also think like, oh my god, this is dog shit. The second the first opening line comes on because you have some prerequisite about how you feel about it is also incorrect. You know, I love excitement, dude. I'm excited for it too. I hope I'm not disappointed. Austin says Billy Zane for Lex Luthor. Enough said. Yes, Billy Zane would fucking crush his Lex Luthor. That would be perfect.
Oh yeah,
I don't understand.
Billy's name would be awesome.
It's right there, man. Bryan Cranston, right there. What are we doing?
Carl Urban
chickens. Carl Urban probably he could do it. He doesn't shave his head. Well, he has shaved his head before. Tim says, Lewis, you look like that Kirkland trench coat you got for Christmas. Do you like that Kirkland trench coat you got for Christmas?
You look like a goddamn virgin gamer with those goddamn eyeglasses on, Tim McChickens. Go ahead and put the chicken nuggets in your ass, which I know you do every goddamn day. Okay? You sit around, you put it in your asshole, and you're like, I wish I had some barbecue sauce. Like, never mind, I don't need it. You're nasty, Tim.
Hey, people in the chat are saying that there's Diddy news. There's Diddy news? What's going on?
I don't think he's been. I don't even think the trial is he dead?
The Didster. That's freaking haunting. I don't see anything. I keep seeing people talk about.
I know that there's the trial isn't even scheduled. I think it's like May or something.
Breaking news.
God,
breaking news. He's going away for a really long.
It's gonna be nonstop with my wife talking about that shit every day. She's like, "Did you hear the newest testimony?" I'm like, no, I didn't hear about it.
My entire timeline is solely Superman, rightfully so. Yeah, I don't see anything about Diddy. I thought maybe.
Dude, my timeline is literally nothing but like fucking the geeky, like Baldur's Gate, and like. So seriously, if you get the flute in this level, what happens?
Is there a flute in that game?
No. Well, you could be a bard. And you have like a flute. You could do performances.
Oh, stop it! You're turning me on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, JT Custom said, Mike, you should look up the cinematographer Henry Barnum. He did other things beside The Flash. He did Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Yeah, but like, guys, am I wrong? I mean, like, am I wrong? Did that not look like The Flash? Yes or no?
Are you talking about the one
like,
with Mr. Fantastic?
Yeah, like the scene on the sand or whatever. Like, I'm gonna put up a vote. I want to see what you guys, if you guys like, and I'll show the scene that I'm talking about in just a second. Because that's crazy to me. I don't see how people don't see that.
Yeah, I'm not. It wasn't overly impressive, but I really don't. I don't know, man. Like I don't know. It doesn't look awful. It just looks like standard.
Overall, I do not think it looks awful. No, I think that
like the Flash had some awful CGI. It's not bad. It's just it looks like a regular CGI scene.
Like, okay, so I'll bring up a side by side comparison. All right.
Yes.
There's multiple. So hang on. Let me share this with you guys. All right. Okay. So, like, look at the way that he looks like you basically took a picture of Superman and click remove background and inserted him into another background. The edges look weird as shit. The up front, like almost 3D-esque look of his foot right there looks weird as shit. Like,
I think it's an action sequence though, and that's why it looks kind of blurry on the edges.
I mean, I don't see that in most movies. Like, okay,
like that particular scene, like if it's playing in regular speed, it's not going to look bad. I mean, CGI is all trickery anyway. It's not meant to,
Okay, here it is.
By the way, Guy Gardner walked in there with his bowl cut, pissed the shit. Did you see that? He was like, yeah. You look like your supervisor when you were late. You're like, you were late a third time today, Stanley Ipkiss. You're like, oh.
That part I think actually looks cool. Okay, right there. Like, look at this. Okay, take it in. Take all the aspects, the way that the sky looks, the bright sky looks behind these guys, the way the whole thing looks, and then I'm like the fucking guy in the room in Mission Impossible.
It sounds like it.
Tappy, 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 tappy. I gotta find the scene. Okay, and then look at. Keep that image in your mind's eye, in your hole. Okay. Now look at the Flash trailer. You see the washed it like the background.
That's diarrhea face after Taco
Yeah,
Bell.
look, dude. It looks the same. It looks the fucking same. I mean, I'm not crazy. That you see how everybody looks like they're not in the background, like they're in a different place so clearly.
Like they're superimposed.
Yeah, like it's the same. Like what?
So you're saying that they did a really bad job with the green screen.
Yeah, and it's the same guy who did it. So that's why I'm like, I don't like that, man. It looks like GoldenEye again. It looks like the video game GoldenEye.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
You know?
It's not great, but it's not bad either. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I mean, maybe it works well with the movie. I don't know. I'm personally not like overly like mad about it, but I can see what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm not angry about it either. But I think if that's the way the action scenes are going to look, we're fucked. You know, I mean, no matter how good the movie is,
I don't think they're all going to look that way. I mean, there were some really cool CGI moments too.
Yeah, well, I just think the outdoor shots, like this cinematographer, clearly.
I think James Gunn was like, he's like, I seen your work. I'm gonna be watching you like a hawk.
Like I like the snow shots, but to do the same like sandy, like that tan like ground and the blue sky in the background, to make the exact same choice after you just did that with the Flash is just mind fuck to me. It's mind boggling to me. I don't get it. That's just how I feel. All right, I am who I am.
It is what it be.
Hear me roar.
But hey, overall, I'm stoked that we get it. Like, guys, a Superman movie is coming out in July. It's gonna be awesome. All right, we're gonna have a good time. I refuse to have a bad time.
I agree with Michael. I think it's gonna be way better than the Flash. I do. I think it'll be way better than the Flash.
Well, you know, this movie has to be big. This movie absolutely has to crush at the box office. I mean, some of you guys are new, so you would know. We talked about this in the last live stream. This movie absolutely has to crush for DC. It has to.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, they're fucked.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do because Warner Brothers will course correct. They will over course correct.
Well, what they'll do is they'll just be like, we're not going to. Maybe they'll do a smart thing, which we've talked about this before. Maybe they'll start doing like standalone movies. You know, like Superman Red Sun or other like properties that never get the attention. Like, I don't know. But what in the reality, what will happen is Warner Brothers will focus in on what makes them money continuously, and that's Batman. They'll just focus in on Batman, and they'll be like, we're not Marvel. We can't do a shared universe.
And I don't get that. Like, look how good Batman looks. I get it's a darker Gotham. It's dark versus bright light. I just, wow. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing.
Really, but I agree. Luke Schreiber would be a great.
Luke Schreiber would have been great too. Well, here's the thing. I think that Henry Cavill and Snyder. I mean, you can hate all you want on Man of Steel, dude, but that was like, it was updated to a point where you're like, I get it. This is exactly the Superman for the 21st century.
Yeah,
it just worked, but people hated it because it wasn't Christopher Reeve.
I think it was ahead of its time, personally. I know that's not a popular sentiment, but I think Man of Steel and BVS were both ahead of their time as films.
Yeah,
like, I think that people will look back on those with a completely different opinion on what they did before. So do me a favor, chat. Everybody, you saw the trailer. 1 out of 10. What's your rating for the trailer? 1 out of 10. I give it 6.5. Jacob's a 7.5. What's your all's rating for the trailer? In the meantime, Shades of Shade says, I'll admit that when I first saw the trailer, I thought it looked like a high budget fan film. And yeah, the CGI looks wonky willy, but I'm still pumped for the film. And I agree. Listen, I'm not trying to sound like a downer. I'm really pumped for the film still. It's just that 30 seconds into the trailer, I was really fucking pumped. Like, I was like, this is it. Like, he did it. Like, this is golden.
Yeah.
And then I just got kicked in the nuts really hard. But
yeah, Mike's starting to sound like Clint Eastwood from Gran Torino. Get off my land.
It's important to know that sexy Sasha Bay would definitely blow the new Superman. I think
Me too.
Would.
I think so. I think so. Even in the snow, all bloody for show.
0.5 out of 10. 6 out of 10. Stacy's 9. That's no surprise. Dylan's 7. 7.5. 8.5. Got an 8. Got a King out of 10 from King.
Woo,
Brandon
big
7. One. Hugh Jackman as Lex Luthor. It's just so
no.
crazy.
He's been in too many superhero movies. It wouldn't work. I mean,
yeah,
he's a
like
great
Wolverine.
actor. It would just be like, yeah, it's like, why is Wolverine doing this shit? I don't know. That's weird.
He could pull it off though. Child of the Corn 7, Michael Parton 8, got an 8.5. Sexy Swallow, so that's important. 7, 9 times 7, 7. So I have like the lowest score out of like.
Well, I think a 7, the 7.5 is pretty good. It's a good baseline. Again, it's a teaser trailer. I don't, we're gonna get more later on. But overall, I thought it was a cool trailer. I don't think there was anything overtly wrong with it. I feel like one more trailer would do. Let's hear some dialogue. Give us a little bit more.
Yeah.
But then that's it. I want to be surprised when I go see it in the theater too. So
yeah, that's a specific ass score, Guardian. I appreciate it. Joe Hindo TV says, I love the trailer. This comes from someone that loves the Snyderverse trilogy. Yeah, look, and I think that like we should be the same. Like I think people who love the Snyderverse trilogy should also hope to love this. I think it's weird to be like, I can't like it because I like Snyderverse, and that's betrayal. Like no one gives a fuck, man.
Well,
like
it's the same thing.
Directors all root for each other.
For me, I think it's the same thing as like well, even I know it's not. I'm not trying to get political with it, but it's like when whoever's elected president, it's like obviously I want them to do a good job. You're the fucking president. I don't want you to make us look like dumbasses. So I hope it's good. I hope you do a good job. Who's
the bad guy in this movie? It's Lex
well, Luthor's obviously the bad guy. But I think that's it. I think it's just Luthor. Yeah,
Crash says this is the tease of the next will give everything away. You're right. Like I hope not, Crash. I hope not. But if Brainiac would be cool. They definitely can't go Doomsday again.
No, but you know what? Like I feel like Injustice 2, the story. I know it would be a lot to ask for, but I feel like if they had just launched in like Injustice 2 set it up perfectly with Brainiac. That would have been pretty cool. Not to be because I think Lex Luthor is like the Joker all the time. It's like you got to have him in there somewhere. I was like, you don't really. I mean, Superman's got some pretty cool villains. Like it doesn't always have to be Lex Luthor.
Yeah, it's like Batman with Joker. Like, why do we keep going back to Joker when there's Clayface and like everybody else, the Black Mask, like all that stuff? So yeah, but like I think Superman's even worse, dude, because like we've seen Zod, we've seen Superman.
Yeah,
we saw some weird shit in the early days, but like, dude, they haven't even touched on some of his best villains. But I will say with Doomsday, I think as much as I love Zack Snyder's Superman films, I really wish they never touched Doomsday. I wish Doomsday would have been I mean, it's my favorite fucking comic book of all time. I have the fucking tattoo, like I love it. But like, I wish that they would just do a trilogy called The Death of Superman.
That would be
do the
amazing.
Entire comic story. Yeah. And like really do it upright. Cause that's such a big moment in Superman's thing. Why just shoehorn that into a storyline that already has so much going on? I think that should be its own thing for sure. JHP Studios, Jack Hunter says James Gunn confirmed they filmed scenes specifically for the trailer. Y'all stop being meanies and just watch Stab 2 and 3 already. By the way, Mike is looking super sexy-ish. Not really, but kind of. That's yeah. So like it's like a 5.5 out of 10. It's kind of what you're scoring me at. That's fine. I still fuck at a 6. So
you know what? Because you didn't say anything for me, fuck you, Jack. All right, you go back to your fucking cave and jack off to your fucking anime. Shut the fuck up. Mike
Stacey said Lex is just a supporting villain. So who's the real villain?
I mean, Ultraman? It could be anybody. Who knows? I don't know.
Elon Musk.
Oh no,
he's Elon Musk.
That man's a pioneer. That's a pioneer.
Oh, I didn't realize that, Mind the Gap. They did Doomsday and Superman and Lois. That's crazy. You can't do Doomsday in a CW.
No, yeah, they did. I forgot about that. They did do that.
That's crazy to me, man.
Well, he's an easy go-to villain because he poses the most real threat to Superman. So
I'm shocked though. Like I'm shocked that like the special effects that are required to create a good Doomsday, like that shocks me. Shocks me a lot. I have to pee. My wiener hurts a little bit.
Okay.
How do you feel about that? How does that make you feel?
I don't care.
I'll be back in just a second. I gotta pee.
What the? Oh, I guess we're caught up. Because Mike didn't tell me if we're caught up or not, but I guess we are on the super chats. Sean Geen says, guys, that new Superman suit is horrible. It's not that bad. I mean, I don't think it's that terrible. I think it's all right. Lou Bliss says the villain is society. Ooh. Hot take. Martin says, "Oh man, this is terrible." Todd J says, "Doomsday was actually decent in Superman and Lois." Yeah. Child of the Corn J prefer Batman or Spider-Man Rogues Gallery. I think it's for me it's going to be I think it's Batman all day long. I think Batman's got the most eclectic groups of bad guys that he can choose from. Jimbo says NWO for life, Jay for show. Darth Denamara 808 says, Jay, have you finished Shredder's Revenge? Yes, I did. I just finished it last night. I love it. Sexy Sasha Bay says Lois is a dusty lesbian. Fuck her. Okay. Good times. Great answer, Jay. I know. Nighttime, the Batman 2022 was actually awesome. I thought the Batman was amazing. I think Robert Pattinson knocked it out of the park. I loved what they did. Lois Lane is a queef. Holy shit. Okay, well, now you're just saying things. I don't think you're telling the truth. This sexy Sasha Bay hates the dusty lesbian that is Lois Lane and that she's a queef.
What's wrong with the dusty lesbian?
You got to dust them off and fuck them. I don't know.
Well, that's not what lesbians want.
I don't know what it is.
What a girl wants.
They don't like them. They just don't like them.
Lil Jimmy says Jay's sexy. Didn't say anything about me.
Thanks, Liddy. Thanks, Little. I mean, you know what? I appreciate that a little bit. You know, you don't need to stroke that ego that much, but I appreciate that.
You know, if I could have one Superman villain, if I could pick the Superman villain, it would actually be Bizarro Superman. I think it would be badass to see Bizarro Superman facing off against Superman. Like, I think that'd be dope shit.
I would have said Doomsday, but they've done it so much now. It's not even. But Tallow is all right. I don't know. Yeah, Zod was good, but they've overdone him too. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they would. I don't know.
I think it'd be badass to see Bizarro Superman in there for sure. Child of Corn said last comic you guys read. Mine was Deadpool. My wife bought me. I collect all the Deadpools, and she bought me it was a collection of all the Deadpool #1s. So that's what I've been reading while I poop.
I read the graphic novel where Batman becomes a vampire. That was awesome. I would love to see that one shot. I can't remember the name of it.
I think I have the McFarlane toy of that. It's fucking badass. Like, it's cool as shit.
The comic's great. Again, I don't think they've ever made a animated of that, but that would be amazing.
Yeah, DC's always crushed the animated verse with their movies. Like that, Marvel holds no candle to DC what they do with their animated films. There's no doubt about that.
For sure.
But yeah, I mean that's the trailer, guys. I mean I think we covered it. Is there anything else to say? Is there anything else to do? Should we take our shirts off?
Well, you know what? I want people to understand that we're not hating on the trailer.
Yeah.
There's some really good things about it, and there were some bad things about it. When we both hope it succeeds, and I hope it crushes. I hope it does Iron Man numbers. I know it won't probably, but I hope it does. Because again, if this movie fails, it's going to be bad for Warner Brothers. And like moving forward, Warner Brothers is notoriously fucking stupid, and I've said this before. They're dumb as shit. They're simple jack when it comes to their property rights. They don't know what to do with it. They're like a little bit better than Sony when it comes to handling their comic book characters, because Sony is literally like retarded when it comes to like handling like Spider-Man and all their villains. But
this is true.
I hope that it knocks it out of the park, but I need one more trailer. I think I need one more trailer to really solidify whether or not it's going to be, on the level that it needs to be.
Yeah.
And because I just don't want another divisive film. I don't want to go in and watch a Superman movie and then you have like half hating it and half loving it.
Yeah,
it should be the most universal loved property ever. And like the original Superman with Christopher Reeve, everybody fucking loved that shit. Everybody thought it was awesome. Superman 2 was awesome. Superman 3, okay, we had problems, and Superman 4 was dog shit. I liked it, but it was dog shit too. I mean, I understand why it failed. Superman Returns was pure dog shit. Man of Steel amazing.
Yeah,
But
and
I just don't want another divisive film. I really don't.
No, I'm with you on that too, and I think that's what where my hopes were when I saw the poster. I was like, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. I mean, I really thought like, holy shit, like there was something about that was just real special, and again, coming in with those thoughts, like I want the same thing. I want the exact same thing. You're absolutely, that was a perfect way to put it. Like Superman should be a thing that brings us all together. That makes everybody go, fuck yeah. A nice, hopeful, happy thing that gets people pumped up. It's the last thing that should be divisive. But, you know, you got to be honest too, you know, and what I saw in there was a lot of troublesome stuff, but also I saw a lot of really good stuff. I love that they brought crypto in there. I love David Cornsweet looks great as Superman. The suit looks great. There's a couple badass shots in there. There's a couple questionable things. But again, going back to Nate Fillion and the weird haircut, I made fun of that. But like, we don't know the tone of the movie. That Nate Fillion character with the weird haircut could be the highlight of the film. You know what I mean? He could be hilarious. There could be some really good dark comedy or whatever that's going on through there that could really take it over the top for sure.
Think so. Yeah.
So there's also that. So I'm not damning the movie by any means.
I think we need one more trailer. Just one more trailer.
Yeah, just I'd like to see some spoken word, like you said. I'd like to see some dialogue.
Yeah, some dialogue. Yeah,
for sure. But no, overall, it's not bad. I don't think overall it's a bad trailer. I think I had higher expectations for the special effects. To be honest with you, JHP says, "I don't want Mike to feel insecure. Trust me, I do." But Jay, you're clearly the only one that's looking 100% sexy. 10 out of 10 here. Mike is okay-ish. Now go watch Stab 2 and 3. Stab 2 and 3. Oh, I know what you. No, now I know what you're talking about.
Now that you've stroked my ego, I think you're the greatest commentator of all time.
We're gonna give you the keys to the kingdom.
And I've never. I will not watch Stab 2 and 3. I will not, because it's an offshoot of Scream, and we know how we feel.
Well, we watched that Stab fan trailer that he sent us on Patreon, and that was a dark night in Texas. I don't know if I could ever go back to that dark place again.
He didn't make that, did he?
No. I don't think so. Yeah, I'm not sure. But hey, we love you guys so much. Thanks for hanging out with us. 9 o'clock in the morning. You guys showed up majorly. Fucking
it was
big
amazing.
crowd we had in a while. So definitely fucked that up. But,
Mike's right, dude. We were like, Mike texted me last night. He's like, dude, I don't know if there's gonna be like 50 people or 500 people, but seriously, it's a risk because we don't normally cover this kind of stuff. It's out of our algorithm. So really do appreciate the love and support. So thank you guys so much for showing up and turning out for it. At the end of the day, we were kind of split on how we felt about the movie or the trailer. But I think that I think we both, and I think everybody, all of us, want it to be great.
Yeah.
So
and you know, you're right. Like, we haven't covered superhero stuff in a while, but if you guys are fans of the channel from back in the day, we were always covering what they were doing with the DCU because it was really exciting. We covered a lot of Marvel stuff earlier too when it was still exciting. But if something's not exciting anymore, we're just not going to cover it. But we'll be covering Superman, all the stuff that goes up going forward, because that's what interests us. And algorithm be damned, even though it does fuck us in the ass sometimes. We will always be doing this stuff, and we do these live streams usually at night. So if you're new here, check out the channel. We're doing a live stream next Thursday, the day after Christmas Day, Boxing Day will be our next live stream. But it'll be a minute before we
also got
live Tuesday nights.
Well, we also got some watch-alongs coming up too. So it's on Patreon. So we're gonna have. I've never seen Terrifier 3, so we're gonna have a first-time watch-along with that. That's gonna be fun. So
yeah. Lots of good shit going. So make sure, if you're here for the first time, click subscribe, because I'll tell you this, you've seen the dirty things we've said and done to each other, and YouTube likes to bury us. So you have to make sure you turn on the notifications, or else they won't show you us.
I'm just going to be like, you know what? We need to be like Tim Pool and just get Daily Wire.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that?
No, but I hate that fucking guy.
No, but good. I mean, I guess good for you, man. Like, you know, you sold out. Like, you got that fucking, you got that little extra cheddar.
I agree with you, little Jimmy. Boxing Day is a great song. The fucking riff in that song is amazing. But hey, we love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us today. I hope you have an amazing rest of your Thursday, and we'll see you guys soon.
See you guys.
Do what I told my wiener this morning. Look up, because I'll tell you this. Jay's gone. Okay. The last thought I want to leave you guys with is, if you're worried about your health, you're getting a little bit older, maybe your heart's not doing so well, I have a bit of hope to provide to you, like Superman provides so many. If you wake up in the morning and you have morning wood, basically you can cancel all your doctor's appointments because it means you're in good health. Your heart's working properly. Your blood's flowing properly. You're getting a boner in the middle of the night. And that means you're perfectly fine. And the world is your oyster. And basically, if I could tell the world anything, that's what I would tell them. Good night, good morning, and good luck.